Good morning, everyone. I am at the garden. I rode my bike here, as you saw, and as soon as I got here, I saw something so exciting and I have to show you. Oh my God. It rained last night very heavily, and look. Oh, y'all, when I tell you, I screamed when I saw this. I think it's a little beaten up because of the rain, but oh my God. This is all I've ever wanted. A gray poppy. It's like pink gray. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. Wow. You kidding me? I'm so obsessed. Oh, hey, you. No. Oh, I love it. You're beautiful. Other than that poppy, these are perilla plants that I bought at H Mart. I bought seeds, and look, these things are having no problems growing. I also planted celery in here. I think I forgot that I planted the perilla, and then I planted celery, and these things grew through me digging around and planting the celery. No celery yet. Not sure if it will pop up, but hey, we got a lot of perilla, so that's cool. What on earth is eating this, do you think? I don't see any caterpillars. I'm gonna say a grasshopper did that. Like that one right there. Ugh, that's silk. Is this coriander? I've grown coriander before way back in Kansas when I lived with my parents, and I don't remember it looking like this. I'm assuming it is coming off of the cilantro plant here. I like that the cilantro plant has a little bit of purple and some white flowers. It's so pretty. Oh, look at this. This is a long bean. Is this the bean? Maybe, I guess that's the flower. There's a little bit of flowering in there, but this one is the only one that's popped up in this one. I've never seen this type of growth pattern though. It's funny. Eggplant, look. Oh my God. Oh, it's open. Holy crap. Look at that. Oh, yes. I love it. I love going to the garden after a couple days of not coming here and just seeing all the surprises. It's so exciting. Still no nasturtium flowers. Ugh. That eggplant in there is doing really well. It's getting new leaves and they're not being eaten, so that's good. Check inside this one. Oh. We have some dove friends. There we go. There was 3 of them. Now there's just one. I love doves, all type of doves and pigeons. I love them so much. Anyway, eggplant doing well, new leaves in there. Doesn't look like it's getting eaten too bad either. So this eggplant I covered up with this mesh bag that I sewed, and it's doing amazing. Look, it has blooms on it. So I'm gonna take the mesh bag off so when those open up, they can get pollinated. Look how sad this potato plant is. Just ruined. You know, all the blooms on it got eaten off, and I think that grasshoppers ate them. I don't know. It's so weird. The potato patch. We're gonna have to dig up these potatoes soon. Also, I really want to get rid of all of the daikon, but I'm waiting for them to bolt. This is Gylon, and it's getting eaten alive, as you can see. There's 2 plants here because I didn't know which one was going to be the strongest. I might just leave him there. Also, this is a gray zucchini plant and it's being overtaken by the calendula, so I might need to trim the calendula back a bit. That borage is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, this plant has just exploded. I mean, it's gotten massive. Wow. The violas are doing so well. Oh, there's a moth on, or there's something. What is that? Is that a lacewing? Or right, a lacewing? Is that what they're called? Anyway, these are cucumbers. Ugh, looking absolutely terrible. The cabbage, however, looks amazing. Oh, wow, it's like solid feeling. Oh my gosh. I don't even know when to pick these. I have no idea. Pinto bean, is that a spider? Oh, it's so cool. I don't know if that's a spider. I've never seen a bug like that. It's like a beetle. It's weird. It's a weird beetle. I hope it's not a bad beetle. There is a pinto bloom, so pretty. The pollinators are obsessed with borage. I've mentioned this before, but borage refills its nectar every few minutes. So yeah, I can see why it's so popular with them. These sunflowers are just out of control. Look at them. Let's get to work. Sometimes I just love to come here and just look at everything individually. Every single plant I like to look through. I have to remember that I'm here to do work and I cannot spend 4 hours staring at the garden as much as I want to. First, I am going around and deadheading the calendula. I like to do this first, I don't know, just to kind of clean up the flowers, make them look pretty again. This is what they look like before I deadhead everything, and this is after. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, the wild looking ones are the ones that I cut. They start start getting pointy and weird, kind of like this, when they are about to expire. So those are ones I kind of try to get rid of if I can. I am truly obsessed with you. Oh my God. I'm gonna go around and stake up the tomatoes. Some of them definitely need a little bit of maintenance. These things just grow so fast. And yes, I know. I planted them so close together. Oh, by the way, I uncovered this. Remember the other day I covered it with this thing like 2 days ago? Well, I looked in there today and there's pretty big buds on there. So I uncovered it. I want them to get pollinated. This one still doesn't really have any buds, so it's just gonna be hanging there. I actually might put that other jug on this pepper plant and clear out some of these weeds and that tomato leaf and pop that on there. It rained so heavily last night. Everything is very, very wet. These tomatoes over here look so terrible. I really don't know what's going on. Wow, look at all that fruit. Ew, this thing, like why? What is that? Do you see those little like pinpricks? I don't know what that's from. Like, is it the flea beetles? The other one is a bush stake. This one is aroma, and it looks just like that as well. Although these look beautiful. This one is not beautiful, but like this one looks so good. So I have no idea. These are 4th of July tomatoes, and they don't look like they're being affected by that at all. So that's good. And then bush stakes over there, they also don't look like that. I have no idea. Let's also talk about these melons. See, they all have flowers, but I don't know where the melons come from. I'm assuming obviously it's the flower. It's like the base of the flower, but I haven't seen anything yet. There we go. I'll leave this on for a couple days and see what's going on after that. Also, this is the bush stake that I thought had no issues, but there we go. There's some issues right there. Let's get to harvesting. I'm gonna start with Swiss chard. Also, I planted beans over here the other day, and I see 3 of them on top of the dirt. 4 of them? Like, what is going on? I think we might have some beans. I'm gonna pick some of the ones that are just touching the ground because I feel like this plant needs to get bigger. I'm afraid the fruit is preventing that from happening. It doesn't have too many blooms on it, so maybe picking that amount of fruit will help it make more blooms. Look at this aroma right here. Also, before I forget, look, this is a viola. Hello. It's a viola and it's going to bloom probably tomorrow, maybe by the end of the today. I'm gonna miss it, but I'll maybe see it tomorrow if I come by tomorrow. That's so exciting. I've been waiting for so long to see this thing do anything. And here it is. There are so many bees on the corn and they're so loud. So I'm gonna stick my microphone in there and see if you can hear the buzzing. And I hope I don't get stung. Wish me luck. This is how the corn gets pollinated. The bees buzzing around on the tassels up there is letting the pollen fall down onto the silks. And that is what is gonna give us corn. That is so fun. I love them. I could sit here and watch them buzz around all day. Yes, this is a snowboarding helmet. It works the same as a bike helmet, except that there's fur on my ears, which is really good when it's 80 degrees out. It's a pro tip for you. These are the tomatoes that I have ripening on the counter just behind the camera. This one is pretty good. I just need to core that and pop it in the freezer. This one's almost there. And as you can see, this one is getting there. There's still some green. It's got a couple more days on the counter. These right here, they look green and hard, but they will become red and softer over time. It might be strange that I'm picking them so early, but they will ripen on the counter just fine before anything else gets to them. Wow, look at that leaf of komatsuna. It's so beautiful. It's like nearly perfect. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a balcony update. The zinnias are looking good. It took them a really long time to give me a second bloom. They've kind of had these little buds forever. This one right here is actually making a flower, finally. Is that small? That looks really small. Strange. Other than that, this is Tulsi growing. I think this is French parsley right here. This is a Tulsi, but like right there, they kind of died in the sun. They got hit by a really intense sun day and they flopped over, but they came back up again, so they're kind of weak. I think this one is dill, oregano, Italian parsley, carrots. This is a spoon tomato and it's doing amazing. Oh my god, look at it. Wow. I barely had anything on top because my dog bit the top of it off. It was only like one leaf and now it's just massive. Over here we have purple plum radishes. Look at that. They're almost nearly ready to be harvested actually. Probably this week, like later this week. This is the basil that I propagated from Trader Joe's basil, and look at it, it's doing well. Pruned it a lot, so that's why it's looking a little weird, but I've been using it. This right here is a loofah, and it's doing okay. There are 3 leaves on it. I'm afraid it's gonna die though. It's so pale. I just know it's not very healthy. This is a pansy that soon will be opening. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what it's gonna look like. It's actually from this smaller plant. This bigger one hasn't done anything yet. I'm sure something will pop up soon. Moonflower is still looking a little rough. I don't really know why it looks like that. I really have no idea. This is parsley, French parsley, doing amazing. This is perilla. There was some at the garden that was little ones growing, and this one is more of an established plant. There's a baby one right there as well. Mint right here. It is doing okay. I've pruned it a little bit, so now it's becoming more bushier. This is basil. I pruned this recently, so that's why it looks really sad, but I've been eating it. This is stevia. It's still alive, shockingly. I grew it from seed, and you know what? It's still there. It's leaning a little bit, but that's okay. That's how it likes it, I guess. This is another spoon tomato right here. I have no flowers yet on either of the spoon tomatoes, but this one seems to be doing so well. I love it. It's got very fine foliage compared to like a normal tomato plant. Very interesting looking. These are strawberries, and the strawberries are doing well also. They fruited once. I'm not sure if they're gonna fruit again or if they only fruit once a year. I have no idea what kind they are. There's a zinnia over here that looks like it's drying up. I really have no idea what's with the zinnias. The clematises have had a wild ride this year, but this one was totally toasted. This is the Toki. It's a white clematis, and look, it has grown a vine. This one is the First Lady. It is kind of like a light blue. It has new vines coming at the bottom, which is so cool. And then there is some new growth right here, right there, and all the way up there, which is awesome. And this one over here is the President. It's getting like sun scalded or something. I really have no idea why. It's like all of a sudden, but it does have some new growth right there. So I don't know. I feel like next year these clematises are going to be doing so amazing, and this year is totally not their year, you know? This was the larkspur that had finally a flower on it right there, and it got toasted. I think we had like 109. That is what my weather station was reading, and it just burnt to a crisp. I tried to save it. I tried to put it in shade, and it just was too late. So sad, but at least we got one. Just one, and it's blue. This is the basil. I planted so many of them in here. I think I planted like everything in the seed packet. I should probably thin them out, but they're doing awesome. They're really growing. They love the heat. Sal likes to smell them. The sauerkraut is ready to be put into jars. It is done. I just tasted it and it was so good. It's crunchy, sour, and it has so much delicious flavor. Definitely can taste the garlic. It's so good. I cannot wait to have it on top of a brat with a homemade bun. Oh my God, it's gonna be just delightful. Also, just taking this lid off. This was all the way at my dining room table and I was in the bedroom at my office and I could smell it all the way over there. It's very strong. I was gonna use tongs, but I think I'm gonna use my hand. I think it's just gonna be so much easier to do. I don't know how many jars this is gonna fill, but I have prepped 6 jars. I washed them with soap and water. They're clean and ready to go. I'm gonna take the top leaves off here. Also, by the way, it's been exactly 1 month since we made this sauerkraut. So it took 1 month for it to be perfect, or to my liking, I guess. Some people might like it less sour and some people might like it more sour. So it's just kind of however you want it to be. Also, while I'm packing these, I'm gonna make sure I take out the bay leaves. Like there's one right here. So I'm gonna make sure I take those out as I go so we don't accidentally bite into one when we're eating it. I'm also gonna try to save the juice in the vessel here. And then at the end, I will pour the remaining juice into the jars to make sure all the jars have a good amount of juice in them. I also would like to say that I'm very excited that this ferment worked out for me. This one has way too many spices on there, so I'm gonna scoop some of that out. And I'm gonna use my tamper again here and just push on everything. There we go. Look at that. That looks wonderful. So I ended up with 3 quarts of fennel sauerkraut and kind of 1 pint of sauerkraut. That's so awesome. Homemade hot dog buns and brat/sauerkraut tasting coming soon.